These guys are all legit.
Chicken sausage is controversial.
I probably have to say 5, and that's probably sounds a bit harsh.
It looks amazing.
Beautiful.
Oh my god.
Can't see the inside there. Oh, I reckon he's overdone it.
Definitely into barbecuing. It's been something that I was involved in as a kid with my stepfather. Always doing cold barbecues at home.
Depending on where you're from, each culture's got their own sort of way with food on fire. So different methods and different ways of cooking.
Pretty keen to see other people's techniques and seeing the tips and tricks that they've got.
I guess what I'll be looking for is someone who actually knows their specific barbecue that they're cooking on and that they've used it before. They know where the hot and cold spots are. They know how to get the perfect steak on there and the perfect snag.
How do I prepare my meat? So first things first is hygiene. Keep your hands clean so they're already pre-washed.
Uh-oh.
You get yourself a black glove.
He's already onto the hygiene. I'm losing marks already.
I'm not a fan of gloves, by the way. I prefer to touch and feel things.
I've made up a mix of salt, pepper, garlic, got some fine and got some coarse garlic in there.
Fine and coarse garlic, wow.
The old SPG, salt, pepper, garlic.
Oh, this guy knows what he's doing for sure. Jase is a pro. Oh, and look at that camera angle.
Handy to not have a meat hand, so then you can...
Oh no, don't tell me we're going sous vide here.
Oh my god. I'm definitely going to be the worst in this. Everyone's going to just be laughing at mine. I am gobsmacked. This is another level of preparation. I want to eat this guy's steak.
Being able to have an excuse to buy an axe and chop wood
Oh
is
my
another
god,
huge
he's got
factor
an
as to
axe.
why I got into this. It's such a manly thing to be able to have an axe out the back. And
It is very manly.
Make sure the kids aren't running around when you're swinging that axe.
I find it quite satisfying and a bit of a stress release. It's the American style type barbecue that allows you to smoke it. And then you can sort of start cooking it as well. So it's an interesting setup.
All right, so the steak's got to 120 degrees, and we're going to pull it off, and then we're going to give it a sear on the fire. Let's do it.
Oh, and he's got like a little prong that goes in there. Is that for the temperature? Oh, and there's gloves. Oh, and there's another side compartment.
Jason. Oh, look at him. Oh, there we go. I thought he was going to do the caveman method like me, but he's gone straight on the cast iron. That's amazing.
I think Jase has cooked his steak perfectly. Just I can tell by the way he's cutting it. It's like butter, basically. That he's just going through that perfectly.
All right, here we go. Can't see the inside there. Oh, I reckon he's overdone it. Oh, it's hard to tell. Come on, give us. Oh, that is. I don't know, Jase. I don't know here, mate.
Oh my god. Oh, and what's that little bit of rosemary on the side? A few chips. I'm gonna say 10 out of 10 for effort. I'm still just gobsmacked.
I reckon I'll give you a 9. Jason's get a 9. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt.
I thought his steak was pretty much spot on, so I'd give him a 9 out of 10.
So, first step is obviously to fire up the barbecue. That's where I like to begin. Get it nice.
Mark looks like he knows what he's doing. He's got his hooded gas barbecue there, some tongs ready, pepper, oil.
Because I set this barbecue up myself, the ignition switch is completely busted, so I have to use the trusty old lighter here.
Hopefully it doesn't blow up in his face.
I didn't really do too much in terms of like marinating the steak. I just like to season it, and I season it pretty heavily. That to me is probably the best tasting steak. I don't
Each to their own.
Lid's not down for me, so that's something I do basically to get the barbecue to a roaring fiery temperature.
I think just salt and pepper's pretty good for me, but I like to go pretty hard.
All about the heavy seasoning.
If you have cholesterol issues, maybe look away now.
Look away. I probably do have. I haven't got a cholesterol test recently, but I probably should.
He's got enough salt in there to make fish happy in the water.
My regular is this snag. This looks terrible holding it up like that, so I might just put it down.
As long as it tastes good, that's all that matters.
Chicken sausage. That might be controversial.
For me, yeah, chicken sausage is controversial.
And of course, I forgot to mention, a little skewy for the video as well. You
I
can't.
don't think I added a beer into mine. I'm actually disappointed now.
Got to have a drink while you're barbecuing, but I would have started earlier.
Start with the snags. Throw the snags straight on. Mainly just because, I don't know, I find it's pretty hard to overcook snags, so you just kind of, because they got plenty of fat in them and stuff, so
I'm sure.
go with them.
I don't know if my headphones are broken, but I can't hear any sizzle. But I'm sure it's fine.
Pro tip, don't get tiny little tongs like this with metal handles that burn your hands.
Definitely need some bigger tongs.
We've had a little plate change here, so I moved this one over here because it just.
I disagree with cooking things on the plate, but maybe with sausages, look, you can get away with it.
Time to get this bad boy, the big old steak on. So I like to do it on the flat plate. I think it just cooks better.
Okay.
Just cooks more easy.
I'm a big fan of the grill, but flat plate for Mark.
Probably the biggest rookie error when it comes to cooking steaks is just like banging it on and then just crossing your fingers and hoping that it's alright. So if you want a good steak, I just time it. Start the timer. Pretty thin. It's probably like 1.5 to 2 centimeters ish. So maybe like 7 minutes is what I'm going to go for. I say that like I know. I actually looked it up before the video, so.
Good old Google cooks, I like it.
He's got no confidence, it's great. It's just guessy.
And I'm not going to turn it at all. I'm going to turn it once.
Mark's a part of the one turn club. Each their own. Don't mind either way.
Oh, there's 3 minutes 30. Just flip that over.
3 minutes 30. He's done a bang in the middle for 7 minutes. Mark is on it. Must be a PE teacher or something.
Just worried about the sausages, not paying much attention to the sausages, so I prefer to cook my sausages separately to the steak because I always forget them.
And don't forget your snags. I think I've forgotten about these snags about 10 times already. Too much.
I reckon you've done a good job there, Mark. Those snags look perfect. All off at the same time. Good, good. Ready to go. Wonder if Mark's going to give it a rest.
How's that? You feeling hungry? Looking pretty good on both
He might be a
sides.
serial killer if he doesn't have the red meat.
Red bits around there, so that kind of has me slightly nervous now that I might have underdone this.
Nah, you got this.
The snags are looking bang on. They'll be tip top.
I can't go back from this either because everyone will see that my steak's cut.
Oh yeah.
Look, so far it looks good.
It's not bad. Probably a little bit more overdone than I would have eaten.
Needs to sharpen his knife, but I reckon he's nailed it. 3.5 minutes per flip.
I'd give him probably a 7 out of 10.
I'd probably have to say 5, and that's probably sounds a bit harsh, but 5's like medium and like neutral, which is like a good thing.
I reckon you've got to give him a 9.5. You can't go anything less than that for Mark. I reckon he's done a brilliant job.
Costa here. Firstly, I pour myself a drink.
Pouring a drink is always a great way to start a barbecue.
If I'm cooking Greek barbecue, I'll have ouzo, but
Minus a point for the user.
Aussie barbecue, I'd have a drink of Sailor Jerry rum. So right now what I've done is I fired up the barbecue. I'm getting it to temperature as well as getting my smoker that I use.
Oh, he's got a smoker as well. These guys are all legit.
You can tell he's of European heritage like myself. He's cooking enough to feed 45 people.
Have it at medium. I'll be cooking them with the lid down for 3 minutes each side and turning them. It's been 3 minutes, so
If he doesn't show the dog, I'm going to minus another point. Always need to see the dog.
I'm just really here for everyone's awesome backyards as well. Well done to everyone having a great backyard. I've just got my pokey little courtyard here.
They look like the kind of like the real Australian sausages. Like when you see an Australian sausage, a backyard sausage, they look like the standard.
perfection. Pork Italian sausages.
Pork Italian sausages by Costa the Greek.
I don't need any sauce. Quite hot.
It's just, you can tell he's just burning up. Probably went in a bit too early.
Barbecue cranky. Because now it's steak time. Fire's roaring, everything's ready to go. So what I'm going to do is cook the steaks around sort of rare, medium
Costa's
rare.
been doing this one-handed the whole time. One on the beer, one on the tongs, on the utensils. That's impressive. That is a hot barbecue.
They look like really good steaks.
We're ready to do the flip. It's been 2 minutes.
Oh, let's watch
so,
it for
yeah.
2 minutes. So 3 minutes 30 before with old mate Mark, and now 2 minutes with Costa. Oh, look at those lines.
Nice. Looking good. He's got long tongs as well.
So now the moment of the truth, guys. Look at that. Perfection.
Nice colour. Looks pretty good.
Not much of a sear, but the grill marks aren't bad. But that is medium.
The secret
Oh my god. Oh, here's the secret?
is salt.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Salt.
I don't think it's a secret.
The day before.
So Costa and I are more like the minimalist approach to doing it, which is good.
Backyard looked like nice and tidy, and yeah, he gave it a good crack. So those sausages were like nice and thick and juicy. So yeah, he'll get a 6.
Maybe like an 8.5, only because the other two went to so much effort.
I reckon that's a solid 9 out of 10 any day of the week. I'd happily go over there. I'm sure there's still enough leftover steak for someone to come over and eat the amount old mate Costa cooked.
Alright, so my name's Michael. I'm cooking some steak and some sausages for you today. Or actually for me and my son, 1-year-old William.
He's got a 1-year-old as well. Represent.
Today we're cooking steaks and
Oh my god, he has gloves on too.
and I'm sure everyone's done this, but tongs, I'm 100% sure
He's got small tongs too.
they work now. This one here's a little device I like to use, which is a meat thermometer, just to make sure everything's at the right temp. And
There we go. Need one. Need one of them. Need to get one to Mark.
And what I'm going to do is get this starter, turn it on. This is a quick, easy way to get your charcoal started. Dump it in there.
Wait, how does that
That'll
even
get it
work?
going.
Can you tell? I'm just watching it with my mouth there and I'm like, oh, it's so gobsmacked. This is awesome.
I've heard about those fire starters. They are a bit of a cheat. I did also hear about a hack of instead of using one of those, you can just get your Mrs. hairdryer and whack it on the barbecue. I asked my wife if I could use it and she gave me a straight out no. So
the steak's going to take the longest because we're smoking it first probably for about half an hour, 40 minutes.
my boys are very impatient when it comes to food. They love steak, they love food. And I don't see them waiting for 40 minutes for a steak, no matter how good it is.
Half an hour of smoking it. That is going to be so good. Looks like he has a great backyard as well.
Another trick is to use a charcoal-based seasoning. So when you're cooking, you can double down on the charcoal flavour and the look of the steak by using a black rub or a charcoal rub.
Oh, that's a good tip. It's all about the looks.
The concern I've got around it is how are you meant to tell that the steak's cooked or you don't know whether it's cooked or burnt?
You got the charcoal on this side, you put the steak on this side. It's not going to cook.
He knows how to cook a steak. It's good. So far, so good.
It's currently sitting at 150 degrees Celsius or 125 degrees Celsius, probably 2,
He's got the temperature spot on.
depending on what part of the world you're from. We'll have a quick look at the steak and then we're going to add these sausages in here so they can also start coming up to temperature.
Oh, smoking the sausages as well.
What we're going to do is we're going to wrap everything forward to let it rest. You can see here, this steak, it's now sort of cooked semi-cooked.
It looks burnt. Like if you were to show that steak to anyone, they're like, "Oh, that steak's burnt."
We're going to add a little bit of butter in there now.
Oh,
So that
and
butter's
butter
just
as
going
well.
to help it.
Okay.
A bit of flavour and I think
Okay.
butter makes
Butter does make
that's
everything
also
better. He's right.
that excess sort of seasoning that we put on before.
I can't comment how good it is for your health, you know. And then whacking a bit of beer on top as well. I've never seen that before.
But also to add a tiny bit of moisture back in. That's going to evaporate anyway, so it's not really going to make a huge difference. Just something I've been doing for a long time. Instead of actually putting it on the grills and letting it cook like a normal barbecue, I'm actually going to do this method that some people call the caveman method, and it's directly right over the charcoal itself, so onto the charcoal. And then, so that's directly over the coals.
This should be like its own TV show. Extreme barbecuing. Oh my god. I would be so scared.
I've lost so many, you know, steaks or sausages on coals that I've said, look, they're ruined, you know, they're covered in dust.
That's delicious. I mean, if you're going camping and you don't have a stove, that's one of the best things to chuck on.
That's now done, and we can rewrap that, and that can now rest for a good 5 to 10 minutes before we slice it. And then we've got these again, so we'll just put these directly over. Got to watch out for sausages. They call them bangers for a reason.
Is that actually why they call sausages bangers? Because they explode? Oh, and his knives are sharp. You can tell this. You can tell Michael knows what he's doing.
Falling off. Beautiful.
It's an interesting method. The sausages turned out on point.
I'd probably give Michael like, you know, an 8 because 10's perfect and no one gets 10s.
I'm gonna go for a 10 for Michael. I don't think I'm being generous. I think they're doing this is like some really good barbecuing that I'm seeing right now.
I'd probably give him an 8, 8.5, I would say.